You know how they say that we are done, and then suddenly your producer calls you and says that, oh, we have an extra episode, and you're like, what's going on here? Ladies and gentlemen, that is what they did to me. I was sitting on my own. I came to work like a normal person, and bam, I'm hosting podcast. Anyways, today's episode is like the bonus episode. Our producer said that he loves you guys so much and he doesn't want you to go without a little bit of us, and then he brought you guys a very special guest. Before I introduce the guest, I just want to say I'm a little starstruck. Like, it's not every day you get to be in the seat of greatness, as in greatness sitting beside you. And I just want to dedicate this episode to my mother. She believed in me when nobody when nobody did. So mommy, this one I'm going to send her a link. Mm-hmm. Like, she has to see this episode. So guys, today we have on our spirit set, I'm not going to say anything, just show them his face. We have Bright, aka Cyph.
Yeah.
Cyph from BBNaija season 7. If I were in the office now, you'd be hearing drum roll. Woo! Inside me now, you're hearing. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But for the sake of composure, and I have to respect my white hair, I'm just like, it's nice. I don't need to spoil them, but it's nice to.
Nice to be here.
This is the effect. This
nice
is
to
like
see you. Nice to be here.
How you doing?
I'm good. Well, I'm just laying the groundwork for what I want to use the name Cyph and the platform.
So first off, where did that come from?
Cyph.
Very random.
Very weird.
As in all consonants.
Oh, okay. So before I entered the tech industry, I was more interested in photography.
Oh, okay.
Right, so I started with photography, and then I had the name. Okay, so it started with it was an acronym for my slogan: Creativity Yields Photography. So the C.
Are you guys jotting things down? Because you need to.
So the C, the Y, the PH came out, and then created what my photography name then was Cyph Montage. That's what it was
Oh,
then.
nice.
And then photography. Okay, I was editing then with PixArt, but then I met Adobe Photoshop that took me to graphic design. Graphic design took me to illustration, took me to web design, took me to UI UX, and next thing, tech.
Now you're a tech bro. Yeah. Aside from you guys should listen to me. Aside from being our ex-BBNaija housemate, our Cyph tier today in the studio is also a tech bro. I wish I wear my glasses. I would be like,
no louder.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cyph is a tech bro. Like, it doesn't get louder than this.
Well, it's all grace.
That's really nice. That's really nice. So it has literally been like a journey.
Yes, a whole long journey. And so when I found UI UX, and I told myself, you know what? I've practically been through all the works of design. So let me just complete it. So the next phase would now be to start 3D design.
Oh.
So now like brand identity design check, graphic design check, motion graphics check, 2D animation check, UI UX check, then 3D. So once I'm done with 3D, design.
Only one person. We need to have like a conversation with your parents, or maybe it's your mom too.
No, this one's all me. All me and God that is working.
Okay.
But, if I look at it from way back, I'm not sure I would have. If someone told me then, this is where I would be. I'd be like, ha.
Yeah. So. Makes a lot of sense. So 1 year after. Just us.
So the thing is that I want to dominate. I want to what I want to become. I want to how when you open YouTube and you want to see tutorial for this and that, and you are looking at all these people that know what they're talking about design wise.
Yes,
they know it. They do it. They perform magic with their laptop.
They've internalized it.
Exactly. So that is who I want to be, right? For Nigeria. So it's like a lot of Nigerians go online on YouTube to meet foreign tutors to learn from.
Yes.
So it's like in their mind, they have this perception that they never see Nigerian person with
creators,
that way. Yes. So I want to be that kind of person. And then with my personality, and then other people can want to become who I am. And then get like a whole community of people that can be like mentors. So like, don't go out there looking for. Let us have the knowledge like they have. You get?
Yes, I think, and the fact is that we have a lot of Nigerian creators.
Oh,
Like
yes.
Nigerians are very talented,
Yes.
but we've not been able to like put it out there, like package it very well and put it out there. And we are excited.
Yeah. So we have content creators. In
Yes.
dancing, in the tech, like tech enthusiasts. You get that. Someone that asked me one time if a tech content creator, like people that do unboxing and reviews and whatnot,
Yeah.
if that tech bros. I said I will not talk yet.
Please,
I will
we're not
talk
starting
yet.
a controversy.
No. But I will answer that question very soon. But before then, right, we have a lot of content creators, and the whole idea of the content creating in Nigeria is towards influencing. It's only a few people that do content creation towards sharing knowledge. Sharing knowledge is too deep. Let me use the word towards teaching. Because after all, you're sharing knowledge from content creation. You get like that. Someone that does a tech review of a phone is sharing knowledge about the phone. Yeah.
Yes.
But when it comes to like teaching people the works of how things work,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So that is actually the kind of content I want to start creating. Actually,
Okay.
so in near future, I want to start creating content around, say for instance, I being a UI UX designer, right? I can be like, you know what? See this landing page that I just cross paths with. Now let me show you what it would have been like if I was
If yes.
a UI person handling this. But developers, I beg, no hang me, I beg. This is UI design. I not see that it can be done, shall. No, it's not it cannot be done. It can be done, but no hang me. So then when I now do that, then in the next video I now come and show how I did it.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then if you want to learn how I did it, join this community, that community, Telegram, WhatsApp, there's a website,
All the
whatever,
communities, yes.
Then I'll now come and create like a kind of like a course, right, that starts from the A to Z. So it's like the same way I had like a whole process.
Yes.
Right? From graphic design to brand identity to whatever that led to UI. I'll show them how they can link themselves from wherever in their walks of life to UI UX. You don't need to just be like, I don't have the experience to start this. No, you can just put one or two together.
That is something to look forward to, and we are definitely looking forward to it. We are definitely looking forward to it. Yes. So, want to take a step back because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people have questions. So,
Questions, okay. Questions don't pass. The era of questions don't pass.
No.
The era of questions have passed.
They say that if you want to know the road forward, you should take a step back. That is proverb from my village that I have never been to. Think about it. Okay, so there are a lot of questions as it pertains to like your time in the house and everything that happened. I wouldn't go into the details because, like you said, there've been a lot of questions. I'm sure there've been like lots of interviews. Lots of interviews. So my question is, what's that one thing that you loved most about the house? And that one thing that you wish wasn't there?
Okay, so one thing I loved most about the house is, should I use the word the vacation?
It felt like...
Okay, so definitely being in the Big Brother house is like, you're in the Big Brother house, so that means if you're leaving the house, you'll be someone great by automatic, like by default.
Yes, that was going to be my next question.
But that wasn't the case for me, right? My own situation was like, I know that this is a social experiment. I've been to a social experiment once, but that was like I was a kid and everything. You get this one is an international. International. I mean the word international social experiment. I want to be in it. I want to enjoy it. To go through the whole process. You get. At some point I didn't want to leave. I know that it's not in my hand for that. You get. It's voting that happens, but I didn't want to leave. I wanted to experience everything about the experiment till the end. Yeah. So what I miss most about the house is that experiment, that peace and quiet, that's the tasks that were involved, the competition. If there was a way you could do competition without each level, choosing who to be evicted and whatnot, it's part of the rules again. So, but then, if there's something I wish that they removed from the whole experiment, that would be the whole. Okay, so I loved the whole level 1, level 2 experiment. I'm all about competition. Yeah. But I feel or I wish that the eviction was not in the hands of our enemies. You
Say
get
the answer, my
exactly.
enemies.
So I wish the eviction process was like the nomination for eviction process was based on okay, the people that lose
Okay.
out of you will choose who and who to be evicted out of that, like the
Instead of
normal
the
way
other
that you
house.
instead of them the other house speaking, so you can just be on your own, mind your business, and you receive 3 bullets. You get
That's your definition of straight bullet.
exactly for waiting no concern you. Let's say you're up for nomination. You not do anything wrong. You not piss anybody off just because of your perception of what another person feels like. Maybe because you have macho body, like this guy will cause problems.
Yeah, it's going to be a
but
competition.
the other guy, he was just quiet. Just on his own. You get- Not be so now. Life no balance. But that's also true.
Okay. So there's this perception that a lot of youths wants to go into the house because it's like an automatic, like in my head, it's a get rich quick scheme. Like immediately,
Get rich. quick.
like as you enter into the house like this
they're
now,
coming
do like
out.
this. As I come out like this, my fans are going to buy me a car, and then I'm going to have like 10 endorsements, and I'm going to be like on my birthdays, I'm going to be having money cake and all that. Like I'm going to be vacating in no longer Nigerian, but chilling with the big boys and all that.
Well. See, perception is a bastard. Let me just be honest. Perception is a bastard, and I don't blame some people. It's what social media is all about. Perception. You know, the feel of what it is or would be like to become this or that. But in a real sense, it's way deeper than that. Okay, so if you're talking about the get rich quick scheme, that would be if you won.
No, but there are other
Or
people that
okay, so if you won the 50M or the 100M, boom, you're rich. If you won in the tax, like with those 2.5 or 5 or combined, fine. Now, if you, let me use the word, if you were relevant or if you showcase yourself well enough for brands to see you that want to work with you, then get rich quick. You get. Apart from that, the same person you were inside, like before entering the house, would be the same person leaving the house just with a tag them on top, celebrity.
so you are a celebrity.
So it should just be like you entered the certain room and came out the other door and they'll give you a paper, say, oh yeah, take work, thank you for coming. If you did not be this, so exactly. So for you to be, personally, I used to tell people that being the word celebrity is a name, a title. I call it a title. Same way if you give someone a chieftaincy title or whatnot. But it's what the person uses with the title. That's what defines if you are actually a celebrity. If you give someone a chieftaincy title, and the person uses the title to make changes in the village, then they acknowledge you as a chief.
You mentioned something during your conversation just now about how when you've been tagged a celebrity, it can make you want to do stuff. Do you think that that's the reason why a lot of people, especially ex-BBNaija housemates, they tend to live a particular type of lifestyle that is above what they currently earn? Like, okay, we the fans, we have this belief that once you go to the BBN house and come out, your lifestyle has to change. Like if you're using Legady's Benz, you're supposed to buy an actual Benz. so all of that stuff going on, do you think that these perceptions, like you mentioned earlier, can be the reason why people just tend to live above their means, and before we know there's a breakdown or there's somebody dragging somebody that going on?
Yeah, well, like I said, perception, social media is at some point, right? It's not like I'm shifting blame to anyone, right? But at some point, the cause and effect, the effect of the cause sometimes is from the person that is being tagged to celebrity.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, let's say as a housemate, when you leave the house, they give you the title celebrity, right? Now, people want to know who you are, what you are into, what you can do, how rich are you, or how famous are you? I don't know, whatever the situation will be. Now, if you, as you leave the house, immediately raise the bar high, just know that
you have to
continue keeping that bar high. right? Now, when you raise the bar high, because is a blank for the people following you. They want to figure out who you are. And when you raise the bar high, boom, okay, this is where you are. And they start following you from there.
Shaped perception.
Now, shaped perception. If you keep the bar at a minimum, right, people now follow you there. And then if there is progress.
Yes.
So now, if you keep your bar high, your progress has to be higher than that bar.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that people do, that is like, what is the, you ask yourself, like, this bar I raised, what is higher than it? And they can't figure it out. And then when they start declining, it now turns to, the perception changes to this or that. You start hearing negative shit and whatnot. And then next thing, you start hearing depression and whatnot. People want to disappear into and stuff like that. So I used to tell people that the best thing you can do as a celebrity, not just about a BBNs, in short, the moment you are visible as a celebrity, just live according to your means. You get? Exactly. Live according to your means. Be the best version of who you are. Be honest with yourself, right? And if I'm being honest, your followers, your fans love it when you are honest.
Yes.
If your high standard is actually you being honest,
yes,
that is who you are, fine and good. If it's not who you are, but the perception that you are giving them is who you are, they feel you're honest about it. When that back, like when it falls back, it's going to have like a clash. Cause and effect is like part of life. Exactly. So, one of the things I tried to avoid was, when they say tech bro, that kind of thing. Like tech bro that entered BBN, money should be loud, this one, that one, now. Nah, I made sure that I did not give anybody any perception that he loud or loud. It's there. So that once I start laying my groundwork for what I want to become using the title that was given to me, then it's not going to be above what I cannot do. You get? Exactly. So I raise my bar based on what it is that I have physically, emotionally, financially, mentally, right? And then work my way to the top.
Okay, so I have a question. When we go into competitions like this, we're very hopeful. Like, I'm going to win. I'm winning this. And a lot of other positives. We're not the people that consider the negatives.
Yeah.
We're just very linear. Is either a yes or a yes.
Yeah.
Was there a plan for failure for you? Like when you were going into the house?
Okay, so when I got the email that I was entering the house, like I was happy, definitely. Like so last I entered the house.
How long have you been trying prior?
Once, that's my first time. Yeah, once. And that's the thing now. Yeah, when I hear people that they tried 4 times, they did not get in, 5 times, they did not get in, and I'm like, I had this perception self that the people that want to enter, they have already chosen their sins. That was my perception before. Ooh-ha. But then, like, a friend of mine was like, what do you have to do? She said, hi, they say, no, you cannot enter. I was like, last, may be like, say, opportunity come and no shoot shots. So I just shot the shot. Next thing you just say is progress. Till I entered the house, I was like, wow. So last, people can actually enter the house. No connection, no paying shit, no paying dime, just you being you. You get that kind of thing. Transparent to you and everything. So when I got to the house, I am a very realistic person.
Okay.
I believe in the fact that life has balance, and for that balance is good and bad. You get 1 will not like 1 and 0, life and death. You get that kind of light and darkness. It's just how it is. So, and then out of 20-something housemates, there's only going to be one winner. What are the odds that you, at this particular stage of you just entering the house, you have to be honest with yourself. You get, there are a lot of people from different walks of life. Some people that were known before they even entered, and some people that were probably like me that were not known at all. So what are the chances that the ones that are even known before they entered, you will even like bypass them to even win and everything? So entering the house, I was like, you know what? The one thing I wanted to focus on, and which is the one that I can handle, was the tax. The winning money, if I'm winning it, fine. If I'm not winning it, fine. No wala. But the tax, we died here. You get. So my plan was to win as much tax as possible, cash out, and if I'm winning the prize money, fine. If I'm not winning it, cash out regardless. You get. So that was my feel safe. So it's like I already had the mentality that if I don't win, this is my feel safe. So it's not like I must win by fire by force. It's not in my hand. Last. That's just the truth. So I feel like everybody should also have that mentality. You should create a room in your decision, in your self-affirmation
The
of
possibility.
positivities and whatever. Create a room for failure
For the possibility of failure.
because it will happen. If you don't create that room and it happens, you feel like you are not up to it. You feel like a mess and whatnot. But no, doesn't feel that way. Actually, you did awesome and everything. It's just that's just life.
Okay, so after the house, yeah, because if I go into a place like that and I meet people and I'm there for a couple of weeks and I see that people who have done the same thing, they came out and they had some level of recognition. And I come out of the house and I didn't win. I just came out. And there's this belief that even if I want to be grounded and be like, oh, I'm not going to raise my standard of living, I'm still going to walk a certain way, talk a certain way, expect that at least when I come out, a couple of people are going to know me and stuff and enjoy some level of privileges. Before I go into the privileges, was there a time that you caught yourself feeling that type of way and had to remind yourself that, okay, we agreed that we're going to be grounded and not do overboard? Was that a time?
Well, as weird as it may sound, I would say no. Okay, when I was in secondary school, I was a prefect.
Okay.
If there was anything that was supposed to make my hair big, that would have been that period. You get, but like I was like, I'm a prefect. Let me try and help people instead. You get, so like all those things where they want to punish you for stuff and everything. It's not punishing you or tell you what you did wrong. Now tell you to do it right. So the issue of punishment, I'm like telling you, this is what you should do to make it. I do it and make it right. You learn from doing it, and then you do not forget it. You get, and then I was like this kind of person that everybody was free to have a conversation with. You get, I mean, normally if there's a prefect, be like, you cannot even come close to it. The only thing you can do is yes, okay, I will do it and stuff like that. You get, but bring your problem to a prefect, you get, felt like impossible. But I decided to have that room for you to have a conversation. If you feel like nobody can handle it, you need someone at the top you can talk to that can show you the way. No, voila. Come, let's talk. So that was the perception I had after the house. It's more like I told myself that, like I said, excluding the title celebrity. No, there's no difference between me and anybody that voted for me, that were fans of mine, that followed me, that liked my personality. I mean, possibility would have been any one of them may have actually shot the shot for BBN, and any one of them probably would have entered, and I would be at the other end of it.
Yeah.
You get, so for the fact that they supported me, they saw something in me to want to be, or let me use the word fave, for me to be their faves per se. That at least I give them that respect. You get, so I don't feel like a boss or whatever. I was grateful to be given this opportunity. You get, anyone could have gotten that opportunity. You get, so I don't have to be an asshole to anybody that wants to maybe talk or was there the least say they want to have a selfie. You get, and maybe feel good about it.
Oh, I don't.
That's not an issue. You get. So the minor things of life, like there's some things that are like I don't see that it's not that deep, right? So when I go out as my normal me. You get, I know that at first there was this time when I was living and I wore face mask. At first I don't want to wear that face mask. They were like, wear face masks. No. I wore the face mask, and last when I came back, I was like, what? That's the end of that. Yeah, so going out, I just like this. If you know me, fine. If you don't know me, better.
And you're in a city that doesn't really.
Yeah, that's
Abuja is
for
very,
you.
very
Abuja,
calm.
everybody's facing their front and stuff like that. So I actually love that everybody's facing their front, and it gives me that freedom to want to do what I want to do without.
Helps you grounded, I think.
So, but regardless of that, I've still met some people. Like when I went to Airport Road, Mr. Biggs, I went to go and buy some stuff. Like some people like he's safe. Some people even look at you some type of way. I know that this person is trying to find a way to talk to you.
Yeah.
And I'll not look at you so that I'll give you the opportunity to express yourself. You're like, sorry, are you safe? Like, yes. Like, oh my God, I was right. Or like, yes. That's why I decided to look at you so that you not feel weird about it. You get, and then maybe you talk one or two, then you snap picture, stuff like that.
So, quick game.
Yeah.
Random questions. If you had the world's attention for 30 seconds, what would you say?
To the whole world in 30 seconds. Be you on your weird, be the best version of yourself. And life is not that deep. You get, life is yes or no. Yes, are you lucky? No, walk towards making it yes, and that's life.
People in the audience, I can see them clapping, but
Abby?
yes. Thank you so much. It was such a delight to have you.
It was nice.
Thank you for answering our questions and for just giving us insight into everything that's going on. So apart from the video content creation that you intend to do and the 3D animation you mentioned, what's next? What are you working on?
Okay, so I've always, even when I entered the house, I told myself that there were 3 things I wanted to do or own. That would be the Own Your Weird fashion line,
Okay.
right? A clothing brand that personalizes the wear that you have.
Okay.
That you can embody and be unique about it, right? Then I want to have like my own creative agency, right? It doesn't have to be mine. Definitely,
You can have it in partnership with
people and stuff like that. But a creative agency using design and tech as the tool, from making brands reach their target audience, creating sales and whatnot, and giving brands visibility and everything. And then I've always, ever since I was a kid, I've always asked myself, how do people get channels on DSTV? Who is the owner of MTV Biz? Who is the owner? So, God, that is my final project. That would be like the very final project of my life, right? And once I'm done with that one, I'll be like, okay, fine. You know what? I can go and die. So
Please.
Once I launched Own Your Weird formally, I didn't want to launch it last year because there's this thing going around with merches, merches coming out, and mine is not a merch. Mine is an actual clothing brand. So I didn't want the perception of what I wanted to create to be seen as a merch.
Yeah.
And so that's why I killed it during that era. So I will launch it again, and once that one is done, then from the fact when I'm creating all this content regarding tech and design, that will lead to creating the creative agency that I can now use to bring brands out there and everything. Then after that, I will now focus on Afropop Express. That's been the name.
Okay.
Afropop Express. Maybe it might change in the future. I don't know. But for the meantime, the name that has stuck to my head is Afropop Express. It's going to be on DSTV as a channel, right? And the same way the whole vibe of Afropop Express is that Afropop artists celebrities, actors, artists can express themselves, their real selves. Okay, so people get to see the behind the scenes of Davido. You know that Davido they chop granuts and not chicken and turkey and whatnot. Yeah, things like that.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming.
That's all right.
Thank you for being a very fun guest to have. We look forward to having you again other times on other topics.
I'm just a phone call or an email away.
Yes. So, guys, thank you for watching today's episode. Like I said, it was a gift from our producer who is going to pay me for bringing me out here now. But yeah, we move. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you're not following us, please follow us so that we can have more guests like Cyph in the studio next time. And until come your way next week, don't forget to eat food and the stuff that Cyph said about embracing your weirdness. Hope it doesn't involve stealing offering box in the church.
Oh, no. That is too weird.
Or other level of weirdness, but yes, embrace it. I think that's actually a very powerful message. Thanks for watching, and until we come your way again, don't forget to
spill it. Peace. Okay.